Hello scholars, Mrs. Major. Today we're doing skill 27, equation of a circle. So, kind of continuation of the last lesson. So what is circle? Well, you know what the circle is, right? It's the collection of dots from the center to the same distance, and that distance is called a radius. So that's what the circle is. Here is what the equation of the circle is going to look like. It's usually x and something squared plus y and something squared equal to r squared. Although you're not going to see r squared, you're going to see a number. So it's going to look something like these are. Good example of equation of the circle. Now we got to know what that is, right? So if you have something that looks like this, the center of the circle is going to be h comma k. So notice that's kind of the, if you set that equal to 0, x value is going to be h. Set that equal to 0, y value is going to be k. So h comma k is the center of the circle. So if you have a circle, that center is going to be h comma k. Okay, well, you can see center is h comma k. And then right here is going to be your radius. And radius of the circle is the right side of the equal sign with the variable r. So let's practice. There is the equation of a circle. What's going to be the center? Well, x minus 3, so you get a x value of 3, comma, y plus 1, y value of negative 1. So center of this circle is at 3, comma, negative 1 right here. So the circle is going to look something like this, or this, or this. It depends on what the radius is. When you look at the right, you see 9, and you're like, oh, radius is 9. That's a very common mistake. What goes on the right side? It's the radius squared. So if the right side is 9, you got to square root it, right? So radius is going to be 3, because 3 squared is 9. 3. Let's go ahead and draw my circle over here with the center radius of 3. So I'm just going to put a few dots. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think 4 points are good. And then you can just make a circle. Wow, that's a horrible circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right there. So center at 3, comma, negative 1, radius of 3. That's how you draw. So let's keep going on the right. What about the center? Well, I don't see anything. Do you know that x squared is same as x minus 0 squared? So if that helps you, you can write it as x minus 0. So center x value is 0, comma, y value is 2. Good? All right. What about the radius? Well, radius square is 20. That means radius is going to be square root of 20. You don't need to know what that is, but we got to know what that is approximately, right? Well, where's square root of 20? Let's see. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. So square root of 20 is approximately 4 point something something. I mean, you can plug that in your calculator. I don't care. It's 4 point something something. So radius is square root of 20. Which, by the way, I don't really like how that's been written because, you know, we have an urge to make it want to clean. Square root of 20 is actually 2 square root of 5. So they're the same thing, but that looks a lot more cleaner. All right, now then, let's go ahead and draw my circle. Center at 0, 2, 0, 2 right here. With the radius of, what, 4 point something? So square root of 20, 4 point something. 1, 2, 3, 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 4 point something. So notice it has a bigger radius than the first example. That's a horrible circle. A lot bigger because square root of 20 is a lot bigger than 3. Cool? Alright, very good. Now we go backward. So there is a circle. I want you to tell me what the center is and what the radius is. How do you find the center? Boop, 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 boop. Right here. Correct? So center is what? 4, comma, negative 5. 4, comma, negative 5. And radius is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So there is my center and radius, which is pretty easy to find. Now we're going to use that, come up with the equation of the circle. Well, you can kind of look at how we did over here. So there is a center, there's the equation of the circle. So center x value 3, we wrote x minus 3 squared. Y value negative 1, y plus 1 squared. Got it? All right. So x value is 4, x minus 4 squared. Plus y value is negative 5, y plus 5 squared. equal to what goes on the right side of the equation of the circle? Your radius squared. So that's a radius square, which is radius is 4, so 4 square is 16. So there is the equation of the circle. Okay? That's what your delta method is going to look like a lot. Now, one last one. What are we going to do if you are given something that looks like this and you have to find the center and radius of this circle right here? We're going to use a lot of things we learned on pre-skill 27 that we did with the class. Okay, so open your eyes up big. Let's go. Move constant to the other side. So these ones have x in it, those ones have y in it, and there is a constant by itself. So let's go ahead and move that 12 to the other side. Okay, so x squared plus y squared plus 12x minus 10y is equal to negative 12. Good. And now it says rearrange. So all the x's together, so these two together. So x squared plus 12x. And all the y's together, which are what? Y squared minus 10y is equal to negative 12. And now what? Oh, we got to find the magic number. A over 2 squared. Let's review what that was about. Remember, if you have an x plus a squared, that's supposed to be x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. So we're learning how to find the middle number, how to find the constant that's added to make a perfect square. Remember completing square? So that's what it means by that. So what is the magic number for x? A over 2 squared. A over 2 squared. What's the a value? 12 over 2 square equal to 6 square is equal to 36. Just FYI, that a and this a are not the same. But if you remember last lesson, to find the constant added to make a perfect square, you take that leading coefficient of the linear function, linear term, over 2 squared, and so you're going to add that 36. So magic number for x is 36, so we're going to add 36 on both sides. Okay, all right, what about the y magic number? So a over 2 squared is equal to, a value is negative 10. Negative 10 over 2 squared. Negative 5 squared is equal to 25. So we're going to add 25 on both sides. So that's what I did over here. Add magic number. So magic number for the x term is 36, so I added both sides. Magic number term y is the 25, so I added on both sides. Now it says regroup and factor and add number. So let me just rewrite it over here. X is our x squared plus 12x plus 36. Y's are y squared minus 10y plus 25 is equal to, let's go ahead and add all these three together. What is it? 61 minus 12 is 49. Yeah, 49. And then we're going to factor both x and y. Okay, so how am I going to factor this x together? It's going to be x plus 6 squared. You use this number right here. That's 6. What about y? Use this number negative 5. It's going to be y minus 5 squared. If you're not sure about what I'm saying here, you can go ahead and factor ACB chart of this, ACB chart over here, and you're going to realize that's what you get. So added equal to 49. Well, look at it. That's the equation of the circle. So now we can go ahead and find the center. Center is what? Negative 6 comma 5. And what's going to be the radius? 49? No. Radius square is 49, so radius is going to be 7. Mrs. Major, how is it not going to be negative 7? How would it? Well, because radius is always going to be a positive number. So that's why it kind of eliminated. So for today's lesson, this part is going to be the hardest part of going from the standard form to the equation of the circle. We're going to do a lot of practice in the class. Okay, so don't worry if you didn't quite get it. Bye.